In this video, I'll be building the world's tiniest functioning Lego aquarium for a real live animal.
Wake up the monkeys.
I want it to fit into the palm of my hand.
They're swimming around in there.
Wow, I can see them from here. They're pretty big. They're like little tadpoles.
They're huge all of a sudden.
That's what tadpoles look like, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, working on such a nano-micro scale comes with its own challenges. Obviously, I'm gonna have to flex my creative muscles a bit to make things work. This might be above my skill level. I may be in over my head. All I know is that I've always found aquariums to be very peaceful to look at. Over the years, I've had plenty of my own. I even used to have a little axolotl named Momo. Recently, in fact, I dropped a video where I made a Lego aquarium for a real betta fish. That fish tank is 6 gallons, roughly the size of my head or so. Today, I'm downsizing about 100 times to make a fish tank that would be the size of my tiny hands. I need to find an animal that could survive and lead a happy life in such a confined space. Pretty much all animals need more spacious living quarters, but I'm on the hunt for someone a little less picky. While I'm building away, keep an eye out for this tiny Lego fish that's hidden 3 times somewhere throughout this video. The first thing I need to find is something that can function as a fish tank. I don't have too many options of tiny containers at my disposal, but I pulled out what I have in my kitchen just to double check my inventory. I've got some glass bowls. I bought these for the 100 layers of hot wax video I did, so these ones might be contaminated. In fact, they still smell like burning bergamot. I've also got this oval bowl, and the only other clear containers I have are Tupperware boxes. I want my fish tank to be teeny tiny, and I want it to be rectangular with sharp edges. No curves, so none of these will do. I headed out and searched for the perfect little tank. I saw a lot of glass containers, but it turns out that a small rectangular glass box that will fit into the palm of my hand is not easy to find. It's like, it's good, but I don't like how they're curved.
The edges are softer, I guess.
Yeah, I don't want it like that. This is the point where I figured I should just scrap the whole video idea and start over with a better idea. But before giving up, I decided to give things one last shot. Mama didn't raise no quitter. I'm most definitely not qualified for this, but I figured maybe I'll just make my own fish tank from scratch.
Something wrong here.
In my free time, I really like watching, I don't even know what you would call them. I refer to them as animal YouTubers. I've always loved animals, and there's a few regulars that I watch. One of them is Serpa Design. That's right, I'm part of the Serpa squad. I've seen him make hundreds of fish tanks. He makes it look so easy and they look so beautiful, so I thought today's my time to shine. I've never made a fish tank or even cut glass before. Personally, it sounds a little dangerous, so I'm nervous about how things might go, but I'm feeling brave. Lately, I've been starting to believe in myself more than I used to.
We need glass, we need glass cutting wheel, glass gloves, and we need glass.
A few moments later.
Here goes nothing. Safety first. I don't want to chop my hand off, so I've got these glass gloves on. Fancy stuff today.
Yes.
Good day.
So I think what you have to do is just take the glass wheel and start cutting the glass. That's what I understood when I watched Serpa, so that's what I'm doing. Things weren't going perfectly. Definitely not as smoothly as I imagined things to go.
Oof, oof. Oh my god. Oh no.
Took me a bit, but I eventually ended up with 4 perfectly cut pieces for my tiny Lego aquarium. I cleaned up my work area. I need more space to build here. I pulled out the silicone glue, and just as I was about to put the tank together, I realized I didn't cut a bottom for the fish tank. I already threw all the glass scraps away, so I had to dig them out, wash them off, and now I'm back to square one, cutting glass.
I don't really know what just kill me. I'm just doing my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed.
That looks great.
Can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't end my misery. I swear that I'm inspired by all this. Kill me.
I'm frustrated because at this point I've already spent way too long trying to get a fish tank together.
What am I supposed to do now? Like, this just is not working at all. I thought this would be, like, way easier to do. Like, look at that.
It's fine. We should go to a container store.
They have lots of cool stuff at the container store. I honestly just wanted to buy everything. Can I get this Lego head?
No, we already have a Lego head at home.
But for today I had to rein myself in and focus on the task at hand, the fish tank. I found 2 perfectly fun-sized candidates. I honestly couldn't choose between the 2, so I ended up just getting both of them. Alright, so I've got my fish tanks. They're tiny, about the size of my hand. Now I want to see if I can turn this into a habitat for real animals. The next thing I need to figure out is what animal is small enough to fit into here. I obviously can't stuff my betta fish into here. here. Pumpernickel wouldn't survive in such a tiny environment. I need a creature that's smaller. Much, much smaller. And I need one that's a survivor. Someone who can make it against all odds.
The pain will only make me stronger.
After doing some research, I found that the ideal critters for this small of a scale would be sea monkeys.
Yes, sir.
Turns out they don't need a filter or a heater. In fact, a filter can apparently kill them. They're adapted to living in pretty harsh conditions. Sea monkeys are simple folk. I thought sea monkeys would be a great idea, but in reality they led me on a whole roller coaster of emotions.
My sea monkey!
But I didn't foresee that coming, so I got on Amazon and started searching for a sea monkey. Oh my god! I only really needed one, but I bought 100 of them. This tiny little plastic aquarium fits a whole civilization of sea monkeys. Seeing as this is spacious enough for them to live out their lives, I figured 1 or 2 of them would thrive in my tiny Lego aquarium. Instead of keeping the sea monkeys in the plastic fish tank they came with, I opted for using an old glass coffee jar instead. I have a whole collection of these old coffee jars. I've been putting them to good use.
Wake up the monkeys. They take 36 hours to start appearing because they're very tiny right now. Gently mix it.
You call that gentle?
How gentle am I supposed to be?
16 paranoia-filled days later.
I see some tiny little specks of dust swimming around. I don't even know if you guys can see them on camera. If you squint hard enough, you might be able to make out something, or else you can just take my word for it. Rest assured, they're in there. But not for long.
Tomorrow.
My sea monkey! They're dead!
I thought they were supposed to be easy to take care of, though. They were
Some
like
people were saying they don't live very long either. Like a couple days.
a couple days. Online it said they lived like over a month. What a scam.
It's okay.
It's just weird because they were in here like yesterday. I'm just like in shock. I'm in complete shock. I'm used to it by now.
I followed all the instructions to a T, but something still seems to have gone wrong. I almost had a breakdown looking at my jar of emptiness. I gotta work on finding a replacement for my sea monkeys, but I'll get to that. I don't have much real estate in this small tank, so I gotta try to keep things simple. I started messing around with various Lego architecture. Obviously, I have to build on a very, very small scale. I also have a very limited quantity of Lego. I could order more, but today I'm trying to work with what I have. So for my bigger tank, I wanted it to look like the waters are shark infested, except for I can only fit 1 shark into here. And that's alright, because turns out I only have 1 Lego shark. I want it to look like he's swimming. Obviously, I don't want him laying dead on the floor or floating on top of the tank. So I masterfully created a little invisible display stand for my shark. The only problem is the bottom of the stand is a bit of an eyesore. I want some sand at the bottom of my ocean. So I got into my car and rushed over to PetSmart. They had only 1 bag left. We got the last one. That put me in a pretty good mood. I started feeling generous. So I picked up a tasty snack for Pumpernickel.
Just grab them.
Some dead sea monkeys. I know what you're thinking. Don't I already have dead sea monkeys at home? Turns out, somehow there's been a miracle.
I don't know how the heck they came back. They were all dead.
They came back to life?
Yeah, they're back somehow. They're swimming around in there.
Wow, I can see them from here. They're pretty big.
They're
They're like little
huge.
tadpoles.
They're huge all of a
That's
sudden.
what tadpoles look like, right?
Yeah, they do kind of look like little tadpoles.
Oh, I see one doing little circles.
Doing little flips. We'll call him Flippy.
One day they disappeared and then one day they reappeared. I have no idea how this stuff works. I'm honestly at a loss for words. But this is great news because now I can actually put sea monkeys into the tanks I'm building, which is the whole point of this video. I gave Pumpernickel a quick snack. You guys really seem to like watching Pumpernickel eat, so here you go. This one's for you. I hope you're as satisfied as Pumpernickel is.
Huh? You want to eat the sea monkeys?
Now back to the world's tiniest Lego fish tanks. I wanted to recreate a shark attack, so I found someone for him to chase. Now all that's left to do is fill it up with water. By the way, I should mention this is a special salt mixture kind of water. I added in some sea monkeys. Hope you guys liked watching me build the world's tiniest Lego aquarium. Make sure you subscribe and I'll see you guys next week. Unless you're binging my videos, in which case I'll see you in 2 seconds.